There's a cheerleader that was on the Buena Vista University cheerleader squad, and she was taking a knee during the national anthem. Well, they came out with a rule stating that everyone must stand. She said, forget that rule, forget your cheerleading squad, I quit. You're not going to make me do something I don't want to do. So one day she was inside of her dorm room, her and her roommate, and then they ended up finding a racial slur on the door. Let's roll that clip.
Put yourself in my shoes to understand why I feel so strongly about it and why I want to do it.
You may remember Alyssa Parker, the Buena Vista cheerleader who took a knee during the national anthem and then later quit the team when they were mandated to stand. Well, after a long night of studying for finals, the criminal justice major and her roommate Emerald were awakened in their room.
I woke up from knocks on our door from a friend that we have, and he was just freaking out because when we opened the door, the N-word was written on our door.
The racial scrawl was just the latest in a string of incidents that had the word illegal written on a Hispanic student's door and KKK and a swastika drawn on a white student's door. All incidents happened in the Pierce and White residence halls, but the two women believe that their door was targeted because of Parker's protests.
We have a few black women on our floor, and it's not like it was on all of their doors. You know, it was just on ours.
I think that someone is just very upset with how loud we've been with our protests.
Meanwhile, college president Joshua Merchant came with a strong response, saying, quote, "Let me be clear, I am repulsed by this behavior. I am sad and angry that these deplorable acts were carried out by a few individuals. Hate is an open attack on tolerance and acceptance." The school is offering a $500 reward for information on who is responsible, and the two women agree the school is taking the issue seriously.
I hope that someone sees the 500 and wants it enough to just come forward. And the Storm Lake police have been really, really helpful. They were there since 8 a.m. yesterday, and they didn't leave until like 8 p.m. And so I think that everyone's taking it very seriously, and so I'm really happy about that.
But that whoever committed the act was allowed to feel comfortable enough on campus to do so.
I have heard the words, so many times, and of course, it sucks when you hear it no matter the fact, but for someone to directly call you and the person you care about it's words can't even explain. I don't even know how to explain it. It makes you feel as if you are lesser than the people around you. Like you are the lesser, and you're just this, like the word says.
The two have been allowed to return home to Des Moines and take their finals here.
I've stated many times before, I never understand why black people are in states where your population is so small. And I've learned that if it's extremely small population of black people and it's a greater population of them, usually you're going to have more racists in that bunch because they get a lot more emboldened when your population is small. Now, this is the same state, Iowa, that have that guy, Steve King, as a representative, the one who is a rabid white supremacist, and he has no problem saying it or pushing that line. That's the same state that voted that guy in. But yet you have some black people going to school up there or living up there. I could not be in a state like that. Say what you want. Some black people are in states, your population is like 1 to 2%. Can't do that. You say what you want to say about the South, but there's more black people in the South. I'm cool with being more around black people. Now, with this situation, it's the same old, terrorizing black people because of their freedom of speech. But this is the same group of people that's crying in Gardens, Charlottesville, and even killing other white folks, talking about their freedom of speech because they want to walk around and say the N-word freely and not lose their jobs and so forth. So this woman can't have her freedom of speech. She's taking a knee. It's triggering you that much. And they telling you, oh, you got to stand. You must stand. There's no law says anything someone has to stand for anything. It's just them trying to control black people or anybody else and do what you want. That's why I tell anybody that, because most people who actually went to the military, they fought for those freedoms, right? To either stand or not stand. It's your freedom of speech. Now, they did arrest someone who had a connection to multiple vandalisms around the school. It was 19-year-old Ryan Bills of Las Vegas, Nevada. It was a lot of earlier cases, and they was trying to see if he's linked to this. But outside of that, like I said, I wouldn't go back to that school. And this is why I advocate anytime I see these stories. I don't want Buena Vista University to come up with any programs. I don't even like the word tolerance. Let's talk about that word tolerance for a minute. Listen to what they're saying to you, black people. Well, we need to push tolerance. Anytime I've ever heard somebody say the word tolerance or I tolerate, is because it's something they don't want to do. It's something that they have to deal with. You don't want to be tolerated. And they push this word a lot when it comes to non-white people. Let's call it what it is. Well, we're more about tolerance. Tolerance to what? Tolerance to black people's existence. Tolerance to non-white people's existence. You should have an immediate offense to hear the word tolerance relating to you. Because notice, they never say that about other Caucasians, that, well, we're tolerant of Caucasians. Matter of fact, no other race says that word tolerance in relation to any other race of people except them. Tolerance. You don't want to be anywhere where somebody tolerates you. You want to be somewhere where people are happy to have you around, want you to be around, and not to use the word tolerance. This is why I advocate, as I see things go on in this country and as I do these news stories, I advocate for our children to go to HBCUs, because I don't do news stories reporting out of HBCUs where you find the N-word on the doors or KKK or swastika, or you getting suspended or threatened to be put off of a cheerleading squad or a football team because you took a knee. At HBCUs, the reason why they were created, it was created for black children, black people, to have a learning environment that's comfortable for them. You have to understand something. If you keep seeing the same thing, then you need to accept it for what it is. And in PWIs, you're going to deal with racism. No matter where it's at, you're going to deal with it. HBCUs, at least you're not going to deal with racism. Sure, you may have different personality conflicts with different people, but it's not going to be on the guise of a racism. And more black children are going to HBCUs now. Their enrollment is up. And as I present these stories, that's how I'm going to keep promoting that. Go to HBCUs, you won't have that problem. It's just simple. If I'm going to school to learn, I don't need to be dealing with some alt-right white supremacist terrorists. I don't need to deal with that. I need to be in a learning environment where I can learn, I can get my degree, and go on in life. We have many HBCUs you could choose from, but enroll in them. Don't let these people toe the line and state that, oh, our school is better. Because one thing I learned by doing an interview from this one sister, as long as that college is accredited, as long as that college has all the same thing as other ones have, then your degree is respected. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Because for me, in a learning environment, you need to be at peace, because college itself is stressful. So why do you need to be dealing with people doing things like that? Go to HBCUs. You won't have this problem. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. Share the video, like the commentary, subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell to find out when we post new news stories to live stream.